Two of the best teams in the state of Minnesota in high school gymnastics go at it tonight at Maple Grove High School. A Northwest Suburban Conference meet between the Champlin Park Rebels and the Maple Grove Crimson. Hello and welcome to Maple Grove High School. John Jacobson along with Debbie Rasmussen. And Debbie, whoever wins tonight's meet almost certainly will win the Northwest Suburban Conference this year. They each have a meet left next week, but should win that one. And so this is a huge one, because this is also kind of a preview of the section meet coming up in 2 weeks at Irondale High School, which both of these teams will compete in.
You know, they have such a rivalry anyways, Maple Grove and Champlin Park, and so we've thrown them into the gym tonight as potentially doing conference champions. But I think the story really here is that they have been out of school for 4 days, and so from our understanding, most of these girls, this is the first day that they've touched a piece of apparatus prior to this meet tonight. And it's a huge meet. I can't imagine the stress and the nervousness of the coaches, the girls. You can see it in the parents in some of the stands. This is a really important meet, and both teams are amazing. We have had fun watching warm-ups today. There's a lot of talent on both teams. Very excited for this evening's meet.
Yeah, great talent of both teams. Cheney New of Champlin Park is the two-time defending state all-around champion. She's been putting up amazing numbers again this winter, and she's going to be a pleasure to watch tonight.
Considering she's two-time state champion, she is a sophomore, so she has 3 more years where she could potentially do this well in state in the upcoming years too. Her all-around score is almost unheard of as far as you're losing a point of deductions, maybe a little bit more than a point. She's scoring about a 38.25, is that right? Or
38 point, close to
9.
8. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so to go through 4 pieces of apparatus and have hardly any deductions, there's so much talent in that little girl. I shouldn't call her a little girl because she's short, in size, but she's a powerhouse. So
talk your way out of this.
I'm going to talk with. She's amazing. So let's just say that she's super fun to watch. But I think there's some girls on the Maple Grove team too that are just as fun. Like I said, it's been fun to sit here this evening and watch the warm up. So we've had a good time. Crimson
with some great depth and some good overall athletes from 1 to 5, and that's what you need to build that great score, right? It's not only the Cheney News of the meet, whoever the top scorers are, but you need other athletes, a lot of other ones, to contribute to be able to be a conference champion like these two teams are shooting for tonight.
And I think that's where Maple Grove might have a slight bit of an edge. They are 5 girls deep. 5 girls go up and you count the top 4 scores. So you want to make sure that all 5 of your girls are around the same, have the same amount of difficulty and possibility score potential, whereas Champlin might not have the depth. They're still an incredible team, but I think Maple Grove just has 5 strong girls on all 4 events.
Well, we'll find out here in a couple of hours who's going to come out on top of this one and be the team that will be the conference champions for 2019. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll start rotation 1. It's Champlin Park Maple Grove High School Gymnastics on CCX after this timeout. We're ready for competition at Maple Grove High School. The Crimson starting on the vault. Emma Ungard will be up first, followed by Emily Haas, Kiara Poling, Sasha Thompson, and Nadia Abed. Emma Ungard, the first of her 2 vaults.
We were watching Maple Grove in warm-ups, and they have 5 really difficult vaults. This vault here is called a Sukahara vault. It's a half-on back flip off. She does it in the tuck position. Shoulders are in a great position, just that step backwards, which will be a deduction for that
Her first vault is an 8.95. Can you get 2 vaults? Take the best of the 2 for your individual score, and the top 4 scoring girls out of the 5 in each apparatus count toward the team score for the night. Here's Emma's second vault.
Yep, definitely the first vault was the better of the 2, but this vault not bad. She was just a bit low on that back flip off. You'll see here she just doesn't have the block she did on the first one, doesn't get the height, therefore doesn't make the back flip all the way around. I hope that we don't emphasize too much tonight the fact that most of the girls in the gym tonight haven't touched a piece of apparatus till sometime late this afternoon. So the advantage Maple Grove may have is the fact that it's their equipment.
Emily Haas in her first vault had that landing, but then stumbled out of it.
What we have in this situation, she over-rotated where the first vaulter under-rotated. She had almost too much power and she over-rotated. You'll see here, great height, great flip. She just over-rotates and has to, unfortunately, sit that vault down. That will be a deduction, but if you add the 5 points off, right there she was looking at a 9-1 or 9-2. So she just needs to settle things down a little bit, still get that strong block, but try to open up a little faster.
Her first vault went for an 8.6. My favorite quirks of the Maple Grove gym. You got to start out in the hallway on your vault.
Beautiful vault on that time. Yep, you can. Yeah, I think you can take a look right there. The running mat actually is out in the hallway. There she starts out in the hallway. Super strong run. She has such great height on this, and this vault was wonderful. Just the teeny tiniest little step on that landing there.
Scored an 8.9 for vault number 2. Kiara Poling will be up next. First vault for the senior, very solid.
She does it in a pike position, which adds to the difficulty. She's up for a higher score on that. And this was great. She is such a strong vaulter. Beautiful half on, great body position, nice tight, and then just that step backwards.
And a nice score, 9.35.
She just wants to go for that stick landing, exactly the same vault, but just try to make that landing. Oh, just a teeny tiny off to the side a little bit. I think it should score a little bit higher than the first vault because the step was definitely littler. You see here, really strong. Does a nice pike position. Just that tiniest little step to the side there. You'll notice that the coach is standing in there. He's allowed to do that. There's no deduction unless he needs to physically spot that gymnast. It's more for a safety.
Now 8th grader Sasha Thompson. Kiara Poling, second vault, 9.3. Oh, a great start for Sasha Thompson.
Let's put an exclamation point on that vault. Pike Sukahari, super solid, and they completely nailed the landing. That was wonderful.
Probably the Crimson's most consistent all-around competitor this season. Gets a great start to her meet with that vault, a 9.575.
It's an excellent score. And another beautiful vault. That one had a little bit more height, kind of a tinier little step on that landing. But you really can't do that vault any better than she did on the first one. You'll see this one here. The height was a little bit higher, but she has just the tiniest little shuffle of her feet there.
Yeah, 9.525, so 0.05 of a point lower is all. But
we are going to talk tonight, all night long, about the stick on the landing, because that could be, if they have 5 for 5, what could separate the winner tonight.
Now, Nadia Abed
Beautiful. She does a vault there, which is called a Yurchenko. Round off back handspring onto the vault. Then she blocks with a pike back flip off. This was amazing. Here's the round off. Back handspring on. Form is fabulous. Pike position. And just that little heel step back. This should get a big score also.
It's going to be in the mid-9s. 9.45 to be exact. And one more coming for the junior all-arounder. 12th in the state last year in the Class AA all-around of the individual state meet.
Oh gosh, just over-rotated that a little bit. Again, everything up till that landing was beautiful. She is so strong, and the height in that back flip is very impressive, and she just had almost too much energy, over-rotated it, and unfortunately will get that deduction for the fall, but that first fall was beautiful. She should be very happy with her performance tonight.
Yeah, 8.975 in vault 2 because of the fall, but that 9.45, very impressive and a great start for the Crimson here on vault. We'll come back. Champlin Park varsity up next. More gymnastics from Maple Grove High School after this timeout.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
There's the score that Maple Grove put up on the vault just a moment ago, 37.325. Very impressive start for the Crimson. Champlin Park getting started on the vault. Lily Sutherland, heard in warm-ups, is a scratch in her place. Here is Sarah Magner. First vault for Sarah Magner, an 8.225.
Opening up there on a vault called a half on, half off. Nice clean vault. She's got good form and nice block. It's a good score for that vault. Doesn't have the difficulty as what we're going to see, but what she does is very clean.
First one was an 8.225. And there was vault 2. A little bit higher.
Just
8.275, excuse me, Deb.
She completes that half twist off the vault very nicely and just has a little bit of a step on that landing.
Avery Donovan will be up next for the Rebels.
What you can't see as we're looking at is the coaches are completely readjusting the vault. They're making it higher. They're putting different mats around it because she's going to show us our first look at Champlin Park's Yurchenko, which again is that big round up back handspring onto the vaulting platform with the back flip off. There's the round up back handspring tuck. Nice job. A little bit low in the shoulders, tiny little step there, but otherwise a good clean vault. Good strong run. She does. There's the round off, back handspring, big block, tuck. Just a step on the landing.
Scores a 9.0. She's a captain, a junior, season best, a 9.0, so she has tied that here tonight.
She just needs to block a tiny bit more to get that back flip around so she can nail that landing. Her shoulders need to be up just a little bit. See if we can do this. Gosh, that was a little bit short, so we're definitely going to take that first vault. Here's that round off, back handspring, big block, not quite as strong as the first one. So unfortunately, she will lose 5/10 for that fall. But up until that point, it was a nice job.
8.35 for the second vault, so you're right, Jim. The 9.0 will stick in the books. And Osseo will be up next here for the Rebels. Emma's a sophomore, her season best, 8.75.
Does another Yurchenko. Beautiful vault, just a little bit low. Her shoulders were down a little bit. She just needs to block a tiny bit harder to complete that back flip. You can tell the judge or the coach is telling her, get those shoulders up, but very strong. Nice block, good form. A little bit of step to the side there.
8.7 for Emma's first vault.
Nice strong. Boy, that one again, just low. You could kind of tell when she was blocking off the platform. It wasn't quite as strong as the first one, and you'll see her. She's just a little bit lower. She wasn't able to get everything all the way around.
It looked like it hurt, but
yes.
She popped right back up.
Yes.
No score on that one.
That's the beautiful thing about crash pads.
Tashia Biaku-Alase up next for Champlin Park. First year in high school team. Her personal best to 9.25 in this event.
She again is going to do the Yurchenko. She had a nice warm-up vault, and she's really, really a strong runner in this. Beautiful. She does that in the pike position, and she was so high, she probably could have done that in the laid out position. You'll see here, her block is great. She gets so high into the air. The height, just a little bit of an over rotation, so she will get some deduction for the points, or for the steps on the back.
Got a 9.05 score.
Each step that you take back is a deduction. So if there's one, it's a small one. If there's two, it could be a little bit more. So what she needs to do on this one is almost take down a little bit of her energy because she is so strong, or open up her flip a little bit sooner so she doesn't over-rotate this.
We'll also see Tashina tonight on the beam and the floor. And we're ready for vault 2.
Beautiful vault. She was so strong on that. Her shoulders were up enough. She had that little tiny step on the landing, but that was a nice vault. She is so powerful. Here's that round off back handspring. She just flies off that. Flies off the vaulting platform and just has a step on that landing.
Scored her a 9.275. That is a season best for her. Congratulations to Sheena. Now Cheney New, 9.9 school record.
During the warm-ups, we saw her nail this. If she can do that again, this will be a huge score. She does the Yurchenko in a laid-out position. Wow, that was nice. It's got height, it's got distance, she has beautiful form. I couldn't tell, one of the coaches stood up, so I couldn't tell if there was a tiny step on that landing. Here, we'll take a second look. Beautiful body position. And just the heel in the itty-bittiest. She is definitely one of the best vaulters in the state that we have right now. And with a score of 9.85, it's a big vault.
9.85, so one more chance to somehow get a little better.
I know. Let's get her into that 9.925 would be like, super fun. Okay, that was good. She's off to the side, just the tiniest. I don't think there'll be a deduction for that. You can kind of tell. That wall comes awful close. So here she is, beautiful, strong, great body, nice. Again, just a little tiny bit of a step. You saw that she got that vault didn't score as high because it was, for a lack of a better word, it was a little crooked. Even though it was a beautiful vault, it was over to the side just a little bit.
So 9.75 for that second vault. So the 9.85 will stick. We'll take a break, come back. We'll do the score for the Rebels, and we'll be back for the next rotation. Champlin Park on the uneven bars up next.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
There's Champlin Park's vault score 36.825, about half a point behind Maple Grove after one full rotation. We go to the uneven bars for the Rebels. Avery Donovan will lead it off here for Champlin Park.
Both teams in warm-up look extremely strong on this event here. She starts out with a glide switch kip, does her squat on, getting ready for her giant swings. Nice job. A little bit of bent knee there. Beautiful. Fly away dismount. Getting some congratulations from the teammates. These are her giant swings. You'll say they just had a little bit of a bent knee on the actual swings, but the layout flyaway was perfect.
Avery has scored a 9.0 on the vault. We'll wait her score here on the unevens. Here we have our first judges conference of the night. The judges 0.6 of a point. A disparity between the two scores that they had flashed, so they will come together now and discuss what they saw or perhaps didn't see. Ward Woodrich on your left, Allie Neeson on your right. Our other judge tonight, Ellie Berg.
You can tell that each one of them has a clipboard and or a notebook, but they are taking for every move, every bent leg or not stuck landing, they make marks. It's almost like old shorthand when, for the young people, they don't know what that is when people used to have secretaries. But
score of 7.7 is what they come to agree on. And now 8th grader Alyssa Petticourt.
Alyssa starting out with a long hang kip on the high bar, and her release move shoots over that low bar, does a nice job with that beautiful giant swings, great form, nice toe point, and a nice flyaway landing with just the tiniest of little step there.
Coach Weinia telling us that he's really a hard worker, working to upgrade her dismount to try to get a higher score by the end of the year. Her high score so far has been 8.675.
And again, he talked about that they have a young team, which They're pretty good for having a younger team, so that's very, very fun.
A lot of these girls have had varsity experience in the past, though. A good majority have been with them a couple, 3 years, even though they don't have a ton of seniors. There's a lot of it's a deep sophomore and junior class.
I mean, it's hard to call them veterans when they're sophomores, but some of them have been competing since, 7th and 8th grade.
8.475, and now Lily Sutherland, who we saw get hurt off air right before we came up with the ball. Didn't compete on the ball, it was a scratch, but she's giving it a go here on the bars.
Does a beautiful free hip to that handstand. Giants are fabulous, and nice full twisted layout. Flyaway, you can tell she is favoring that ankle just a bit, and she is one that you do not want to have injured going into the end of the season, because that was a strong bar. You'll see her, I think they call this move a bail shoot over the release move, and it's almost into a perfect handstand. And what makes her Giants is she goes from a free hip back hip circle into those giant swings, and this adding the full twist on the flyaway, just a small step on the landing. But when your ankle's hurting, I mean, I can only imagine. Ankle hurts and you have to land on it, and that's a pretty big dismount to have to land on a sore foot.
Score of 8.65 for Lily. That'll be her lone varsity event that she competes in tonight, and nicely done, even coming off that injury just a few minutes ago on vault. And now here's Emma Saxa.
She does that shoot over the low bar too, which was nice, and her Giants are beautiful. Notice the form, the absolutely perfect toe point. Double back flyaway dismount. Unfortunately, did not make it all the way around. One of the more difficult dismounts we'll see at the high school level. Her Giants, there's no deduction. They are beautiful. And this one, she just didn't quite make it all the way around. Has to reach for the ground there. That'll be, a half a point deduction for that. But that was a beautiful routine.
Emma's season best, 9.325. Won't quite hit that with the little fall on the dismount. We'll see where this lands her. And these teams will see each other twice more. In 2 days, they'll both compete at the Breck Luau Invitational at Breck School in Golden Valley. 8.3 score for Emma Saxa. And then I mentioned 2 weeks from tonight, Irondale High School, site of the Section 5AA Championships. These teams will be part of the competition field there. Now, Cheney New, one of the best in the state in this event as well, has 9.75, best in Class AA so far this season.
What makes her shoot over to the low bar so impressive is she comes off a handstand on that high bar, so that is beautifully done. Again, Giants, wow. Her Giants were amazing. That double back flyaway was way above that high bar, which is very impressive. And I think they were just the teeny tiniest. You'll see here on these Giants, the legs are straight, the toes are pointed, the arms are straight. Very important. Look at how high she is above that bar. Ever so tiny adjustment on that landing. Nice job.
What deductions are they looking for in that? Not necessarily looking for, but are they going to see in a routine that's that close
caliber?
To very good? Yeah.
They'll take off a tiny bit for the little steps at the end. If they want to get picky, they'll take off for a little bit of bent arms on that shoot. And, other than that, I really can't see any. There was no breaking form in her Giant. She had straight arms, straight legs, pointed toes, no separation in that. So I think maybe, just that release move, if you get that into a handstand position, is what you get a little bit more difficulty for. 9.425
is her score on the bars. So we call that lull for Cheney New. It's an outstanding routine for anybody else, and it was a good routine. Scored not as high as some of her bar routines this year, but we can see her a couple more times here tonight. We can see an outstanding Maple Grove team on the uneven bars in just a moment. We'll take another break. More gymnastics from Maple Grove High School on CCX after this.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
There's the score for Champlin Park on the uneven bars, 34.85. Fourth rotation, Maple Grove on the bars. Emily Haas already up.
Beautiful opening sequence there. Technically considered a nice release move. She does a couple of long hang kips, casts into that handstand. Giants, tiny little bend in the elbows there. Beautiful start for Maple Grove. That is a strong routine. She does a switch kip mount. You need to show change of direction. You can't do everything. You can't do everything on one bar or the other bar. But here you'll see these Giants, beautiful form, just a slight bend in the arm. But does a very nice layout flyaway dismount.
We'll see what that brings for Emily as a score. She had recorded an 8.9 on the vault. In rotation 1, Morgan Bosacker, first-year high school gymnast, sophomore, competed all year with the team in the bars and a few times on beam. Tonight in the varsity meet, competing just on bars. Score of 8.15 for Emily Haas.
Again, here she is with her kip, cut, catch. Nice kip. Cast again to the switch kip. It's a great opening mount for her. Beautiful free hit back hip circle. Clears the ball completely. Does that back toe circle. By far my favorite move. It's just, I just love it. These are wonderful Giants. Legs are straight, arms are straight, toes are pointed. Just a really rock solid dismount for her layout flyaway dismount. Here's that back toe circle. I just think, that would have been something I would have done had that been around in the day. But these Giants, again, the form is beautiful, toes are pointed, legs are straight. Just a tiny little adjustment on the end there. I don't even know if you could call it. Just kind of turned a little bit to the side. But all in all, very, very nice routine for her.
A good start for Maple Grove on those first two bar routines. Sasha Thompson to follow, then Kiara Poling and Nadia Abed. 8.5 score for Morgan Bosacker. And now Sasha Thompson, 9.575, a team high score earlier on the vault.
Does a kip, cut, catch there again into that switch kip. Squats on to the low bar. Pass up to those handstands for some good Giants. Nice job. Beautiful full twisting dismount. And just like on vault, nails that landing. That was wonderful. Here's that kip, cut, catch, which is the mount that she opens up with and does a switch kip. Squats on. Here's her Giants, and as we get ready, that is a full twisting dismount. Not a movement on that landing, so that was wonderful.
Should score What, low nines? What's your guess?
I would think that it should, just because of the added difficulty on that dismount, and she had beautiful giants. Okay, that is...
Well, I'm going to be off on this one. Judges are going to have to confer. The first score I saw flash was an 8.15, so I will not guess anymore what a routine might be scored. So more likely mid eights
right.
is what we're going to see here for
right.
Sasha's score.
I mean, everything she did was really clean. She might not have had the big release moves, but she did have that Kip Cup catch, which is considered one, and great form. Her giants were beautiful, and then she adds to the difficulty because she had the full twisting flyaway. So I'm just kind of curious where it came.
8.45 for Sasha Thompson. And there's Shannon Hoover, 9th year head coach here at Maple Grove High School. Another strong team again this year. Really had some good teams over the last several years and great gymnasts. This has really been a very good program since this school opened 20-some years ago. Kiara Poling up next.
She started out with an absolutely beautiful handstand on that low bar, and we're getting ready here. Oh, fights for that landing. Nice job. She had good distance on that flyaway as well. She does a cast a handstand and then a pirouette on that low bar. You'll see here, she does a half turn, goes right into that kip, squats on. Here's a kip cut catch, and beautiful layout flyaway dismount. It was really fighting for that landing. Shoulders might have been just a little bit low on that.
Coach Hoover noting to us that she's got some new skills this year, and that not a lot of seniors get as many skills and incorporate them into the routine as she has this year.
Usually, I mean, that is a nice feat, and it shows that she works really hard during the season and probably off season as well, just trying to increase the difficulty in the routines that she has.
She's got Maple Grove's top score so far tonight, an 8.60. Nadia Abbott, the fifth and final Crimson gymnast.
Doing a long hang kip on the high bar. Giants in the reverse direction, which adds to the difficulty. Beautiful shoot over that low bar. Great form as she's casting, getting ready for her dismount. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. I can tell the coach is extremely excited for that. Layout flyaway was wonderful. Here is her giant swings. Again, judges are looking for straight leg, pointed toes, and straight arms. She adds that full twist, and there is no movement on that landing. Real nice routine and should score very well.
Top score has been a 9.1 this season in this event. Hang on just for a moment to give you Nadia's final score before we go to break. Well, you can already tell through true rotations for each team how close this is going to be at the end, right, between these teams?
Well, and it's kind of interesting. I've just been, watching the coaches on the side, and even though the, Champlin's head coach is over on the vault, he's paying attention to what's going on the uneven bars, as was the Maple Grove head coach. This is a really close meet, and they're both incredibly talented teams, and you're paying attention to what's going on.
And a great score for Nadia, 9.325, a season high for her, and a great way for Maple Grove to finish up on the bars. Time for another break. We're back. Balance beam up next for the Crimson. More high school gymnastics on CCX. Good crowd on hand tonight at Maple Grove. Back in a moment.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
The score for Maple Grove on the uneven bars, 34.875, has given them the lead in this meet through 2 full rotations for each team. By just over half a point, we go to the balance beam. Grace Dukeson, senior, leading it off for the Crimson.
We talk almost every single time we have a meet how this meet can be the deciding piece of apparatus in a tight meet like this. As you said during warm-ups, we watched 7 of the 10 girls last week fall on the balance beam, which was really unheard of. However, opening up right now, she looks pretty solid on there. Does a nice cartwheel to round off sequence. It's a good, strong combination. Full twisting touch-up into, hang on, into that 3/4 twisting wolf jump. You want to add those twists to your jumps to get more difficulty, but then that just makes more room for potential coming off the beam. Her dismount is a full twisting layout front. Nice job. We talk so often about that first gymnast being up might not have the difficulty, but has the consistency. And my guess is she does that. She just had that unfortunate fall in the twisting wolf jump. So in this situation now, the next 4 gymnasts need to hit.
Kiara Poling will be next. Emma Ungard, Sasha Thompson, and Nadia Abed to follow.
Wonder, how hard it's been for these girls. They've been off school now for 4 days. Granted, they've had a lot of sleep, but have they kept on their mental part of the game?
8.25 for Grace Dukeson.
Beautiful straddle split mount to open up with.
Well, the other thing you worry about, Deb, when you haven't been as active as you normally would be or in practice, other than during the couple hours of warm-ups they had here, you worry about injury, too.
Absolutely. She does a beautiful switch leap into a standing back flip. She'll get the connection on that. Her arms did not stop moving. Getting ready for a back walkover into another back walkover. Beautiful. She makes it look incredibly easy. That full turn is a requirement. Every gymnast will have that full turn in their routine. Very nice show of not only balance and flexibility. Love it. She does a 1/4 twist straddle jump right into that back flip. Nice routine. And that was a lot of pressure to come off the first gymnast up that had the fall on that, because you now are that starting gymnast. Here's that wonderful switch leap right into standing back flip. And what makes that so pretty is the height on that, the split on that, and the fact that she goes right into that back flip off the side. I think she was very pleased with that.
Nicely done by Kiara Poling. Keeping an eye on the judges, see what her score will be for that routine. And a 9.325. She's like, yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that one. That works for me. Inside, she's going, yes. Beautiful retain.
Here's Emma on guard. Went to state in bars and floor for Maple Grove this year. Not doing bars this year, but solid on both floor and beam for the Crimson this season.
That combination right there is how you're supposed to do it. That cartwheel swings the foot through right into that round off, and it was solid. Very nice jump sequence. Does her beautiful switch leap into a backflip. And her twisting jump also into the backflip dismount. A good combination for her as well. That's something new. We saw, I think, was it last week? One of the Wyzetta girls did that backside flip, but standing back flip as if she were standing on the mat on the floor. The twisting split leap to the side, nice backflip.
Well, back-to-back great routines here for Maple Grove. Setting up Sasha Thompson, Nadia Abed.
It's like I said, after the first girl falls, then you know the pressure that you're under because the next four have to hit. So far, so good.
Score of 9.15 for Emma. And here's Sasha Thompson.
Does a very nice chest stand there for a mount. It's something we haven't seen yet tonight. Love the originality.
She's been as high as 9.5 this season.
Again, beautiful switch leap into standing back flip. Nice job. This looks very confident up there. Twisting straddle jump into wolf jump. The full turn, which is the requirement. A little bit of dancing up there like that. Wolf jump, pike jump. Oh, she was attempting to do that cartwheel, swing the foot through, and then go into that gainer back dismount. So she'll have the deduction for the fall, and we're going to try to redo the combination so she'll get the points for the connection. Cartwheel. Oh, sorry, I misquoted that. It was cartwheel, cartwheel into back full. So unfortunately, she'll have the deduction for the fall, but the second time up when she did the cartwheel, cartwheel to the full, very nice. Let's see there. Cartwheel, back full dismount. Nice landing on that. A little bit frustrating.
Yep. Anytime you have that fall, you're like,
you know, we need to go back to our
so
scoring
close.
from last week when she, you know, stuck that standing back flip, then had the fall. She should get 3 points back.
last year, Nadia Abed, one of the best in the state. She finished second last February at the state meets. Finished 12th in the all-around, as I mentioned. Her scores haven't been as high, Coach Hoover was telling us, but she's added some difficulties to her routine with the potential to get to a higher score in these big meets coming up.
And that's what you want, but adding difficulty is adding risk also of falling off the balance beam as well.
8.825 was the score for Sasha Thompson.
Nice score with the fall, I'll tell you that. Beautiful, just a tiny balance check on that twisting wolf jump. Nice sequence, back handspring, back layout. Again, there'll be some deductions for the balance check, but that is really a difficult combination. Switch jump, wolf jump. Getting ready here, she does aerial cartwheel into a layout back flip. So the aerial cartwheel, I used to do that way back in the day. For that time was a big thing. But to do that into a dismount, here she goes into that back handspring layout, and she fought for that, so she didn't fall off. Here's the aerial. She was a little bit off to the side. We did see her have a full twist on that in the little sequence prior to that. But like I said, aerial cartwheel's hard enough to use that as the lead into your dismount. Nice job. If she can have that routine and hit everything and have it clean, it's going to be a dynamite score for her.
And scored an 8.95. Third high on the team behind Kara Poling and Emma Ungard.
That's one of those routines where you could tell, you know, the back handspring, back layout, walkout, a beautiful combination, but because of the couple of balance checks that she had deductions on that as well.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. More gymnastics. It's Champlin Park on the balance beam. We continue from Maple Grove High School after this timeout.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
The balance beam score for the Maple Grove Crimson, 36.25. We await Champlin Park on the beam. Avery Donovan will be followed by Tashina Biaku-Alase, Kara McElmurray, Emma Sexa, and Cheney New. Avery Donovan up first.
Starts off with a good mount combination into a wolf jump. She has a no-handed squat on right into that jump. Her full turn. Does a nice switch leap into a twisting wolf jump. Showing us a change of direction. I love the back shoulder roll. There is back shoulder roll. She comes out of it right into the cartwheel. Setting up for her dismount. Back handspring, nice tuck back flip. It was very high, just a small step on the landing. Here's that back handspring. You see great height on that. She just little tiny step there. It's a good start for Champlin Park.
Avery's season best, a 9.2 on the season. John Wynia, veteran head coach, coaching for over 20 years at Champlin Park. And really had some terrific teams go to state. A lot of good athletes get to state. His team, Maple Grove, figured to be the favorites in 2 weeks at Irondale to represent the state, the section rather, in the team competition at state in 3 weeks at the University of Minnesota. We're going to have a judges conference on the score for Avery Donovan before Tashina can compete. We talked last week with Coach Holden at Wayzata about this meet coming up Saturday, the luau meet. Really some good competition, but also kind of a fun meet for the girls. There isn't the pressure of, hey, there's some conference title on the line Saturday. It's got that fun luau Hawaiian theme and everything, and a chance for the girls to obviously work on their routines, but also just have fun and relax a little bit without the pressure of a meet like tonight or the section meet itself.
You know, and it's a really good meet if there's some young families who's gymnasts out there to go and watch. It's right at Breck. It's what is that, off Highway 100, and is it Glenwood over in that area or something? And like you said, it's just the end of the season fun meet for these guys. You know, don't get me wrong, they're still looking at the top competitors and things, but it gives you an idea of what's to come in the sections.
8.7 the score for Avery Donovan. Now to Sheena Biaku Alase. We saw her tonight on the vault, scored a 9.275 for the Rebels.
She has jumps and leaps. Hang on. Wow. Kind of shakes her head out there, but she's able to save that. Does that standing back flip also. The height on her split jumps is absolutely incredible. Was unable to make that connection from that switch leap with a half turn into the back flip. Still a really nice beam routine with a good sequence. You'll see here, she goes from one cartwheel right into the next, and watch her fight for this. That's pretty incredible, bouncing and hopping on one foot. You'll see she's shaking her head just a little bit. Here's her back full twisting dismount off to the side. Just a step back on that landing. Nice job, though. Some deductions for the balance checks there, and might not quite get that combination from the split leap into the dismount, but she added a full twist of that back flip off the side.
Kara McElmurray will be up next. Our first time seeing her tonight. Really has had a good season on beam with a high of 9.5 this year. Been very strong for the Rebels in this event, and we'll need her again to be strong tonight to try to gain some traction on Maple Grove. Score of 8.60 for Tashina, and here Kara McElmurray.
That was a beautiful change of direction. She was standing on her toes, and then drops down into the knee position. Beautiful back shoulder roll into that cartwheel. Tiny balance check there, but not too bad. Nice full turn. Switch leap, twisting wolf jump. Looks like getting ready for the dismount. Round off back handspring, round off full twist. She does it in a tuck position. It was a nice landing on that. You'll see here she goes round off. You're landing in 2 feet, which is hard enough. Then you're going to do a back flip with a full twist off the end to a real solid landing. I think she should be pleased with that. Champlin Park having a nice meet. They just have some balance checks. They just need to clean things up a little bit, and I think they can put up some good scores. But so far, they've all stayed on.
Right. Final tally being added up here on Kara McElmurray. That'll be a 9.1 for Kara. And here's Emma Saxo. Emma's season best, 9.325. 9.35 her career best last year at state.
Beautiful back walkover into back handspring. What we're looking for there is that the momentum does not stop. She goes right from the back walkover into the back handspring. There's the full turn. Doing a switch leap into a jump split leap with three-quarter turn. Unfortunately, it was off just a little bit on that. Gorgeous show of flexibility and balance. She's just pretty to watch on the beam. I love her hand position and also her toe point. Very graceful. Her dismount sequence, back handspring into the full twist. That was a great routine up until that fall. She'll have a 5/10 deduction for that, but it was still very nice. Here's that dismount. Back handspring, full twist, step back. Nice job.
So Emma, I mentioned it scored as high as 9.325. This one probably in the 8s, Deb, because of the fall.
Because of the fall, yep. Do you have, by any chance, start times on that, Lou Almeida? I'm putting you on the spot here totally. I mean,
it's usually around noon. It's
okay.
an afternoon meet, but I don't know for certain. But it's definitely Saturday at Breck. If you go to the Breck school page or the IMAC conference page, I'm sure it will tell you.
For people that maybe don't want to venture all the way down to the U to see the state meet, this is going to be the closest thing you'll get to it, and there'll be a lot of good gymnasts.
Cheney New up next, 8.65 for Emma Saxa. Cheney's been as high as 9.7, one of the highest scores in the state this year on the balance beam.
She's fun to watch. It's kind of like you just want to sit back and watch her routine. Beautiful split, switch split into twisting wolf jump. Setting up for this is her dismount sequence. It's pretty incredible. Back flip, hang on. Oh. That is rare that you see her fall off the balance beam, but there again, we haven't had that time in the gym. Back handspring, full twist dismount, solid on that.
Well, not happy, I'm certain with that.
Here she does, there it is, the back handspring, full twist. You can't land any better than that on the dismount. In warm-ups, we watched her do, she does that standing back flip into the back handspring, into the full twisting back. I think this is a tough situation for all the gymnasts to be in. You got to figure they've probably been sleeping in. It's been really cold. You know, maybe you're over rested and you're out of that routine of going to school, going to practice, doing this, going to school, going to practice, having a meet. As much as they probably all enjoyed being off, taking time off the gym is a little bit different.
Back to school tomorrow, though, finally, for everybody, right? After this.
It's crazy to say that we were clapping at a -3 right now.
Like,
So
yes.
it's like, whoa, heat wave. I have heard polar vortex more in the past 3 days. We've been on all the national news and weather, and we even made Live with Kelly and Ryan or whatever.
Yeah. So judges Ellie Berg now and Ward Woodridge coming together on the score for Cheney New. Not a long conference, but they did confer for a moment. Let's see what mark they come up with for the sophomore. That'll be a score of 8.925.
So you take that fall and you're up in the 9-3, 9-4. Then you give the credit for the combination with the back flip into that. That's another easily a 9-8, 9-7, 9-8 routine when she hits. Up till that point, she's just confident, and obviously not the way she wanted Beam to go tonight, but still a very nice routine for Cheney New.
Time for another break. Back up, floor exercise. Up ahead, more gymnastics on CCX after this timeout.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
There's our score through 3 full rotations. Maple Grove ahead by nearly 1.5 points as we start the floor exercise. Avery Donovan up first for the Rebels.
Getting ready, opening. Does a round-up back handspring layout with a half twist. Getting some team interaction there. Here comes that second tumbling pass. Beautiful handspring front layout. They usually perform 3 tumbling passes, 2 of which are a lot of times done in backward tumbling motions, and then 1 has to be a forward. Here comes her third pass. Takes a little tiny breather in the corner, which is totally okay. Round off 2 back handsprings into a very nice layout. Nice choreographed routine. It was good music. All the moves were perfect with the music. She had great tumbling passes, a lot of height. Here's that opening tumbling pass. She does round up back handspring layout with a half twist. And the second one is that handspring layout front. It's a little bit low on that one, but not much of a deduction. And round up 2 back handsprings into a layout. Things that we're looking for on the floor, obviously, is the 3 tumbling passes, but they're also your jumps, your leaps, your turns. They need to be at hip level with twisting. There's combinations and connections that can increase your score.
Kara McElmurray will be up next. We'll post the score for Avery Donovan.
Really nice twisting switch leap into full twisting wolf jump.
8.325 for Avery Donovan.
Wonderful round up back handspring, 1.5 twisting layout. Showing us a lot of fun choreography, as well as on the balance beam. You have to do a full turn on the floor too. Second tumbling pass, front handspring layout. Good height, good form. I love that she's smiling. I just think that just adds to the performance. Her jumps and leaps are wonderful. We're also looking for straight legs and pointed toes. Anytime that foot comes off the ground, unless it's choreographed to be in a non-pointed position, you want to make sure those toes are pointed. Ends with a 2 back handspring full twist. Really nice routine. She has twisting elements in 2 of the 3 passes, which will add to her score. She had great dance, jump leaps. They were all very nicely done. Here's that opening pass, and she does a 1.5 twist. This is a blind landing. Little tiny step forward, but that's okay. Here's the beautiful handspring layout front. Nice height. And then finally the round off 2 back handsprings into the full twist.
Kara's season best to 9.15, her career high on the floor, 9.4. As you saw the team score when we came out of break, Champlin Park nearly a 1.5 behind Maple Grove coming into this rotation. Pretty tough when the teams are so good to make that much up to try to win this meet.
It's, you know, with one event left to go, it is a tough, a 1.5, especially when everything is pretty much decided upon a 10th here, a 10th here, a 10th here, to come back a 1.5.
9.075 for Kara, and Emma Saxa up next. They scored as high as 9.3 this season. Coach Winey is saying she's really improved her dance this year and her routine.
And she's got some pretty fun music. Opens with a nice 1.5 twist. There's a nice switch leap into a ring leap and a twisting switch leap. Nice job. Comes her second tumbling pass. Round off layout front. We're kind of watching the floor take on a really fun new identity. It's becoming, I mean, floor has always been a performance, but now with the way they can use the music and you're able to, you don't have to, you know, cut the music from records or 8-track tapes or cassette tapes. You can do it all on your iPhone. And so the music has been so much fun over the past years to see what the girls choose. Ends with that double back handspring full twisting sequence. Nice job. Opening is that 1.5 twist. Great form. You can, toes were pointed in the air, legs were straight. Handspring layout front. Nice job. And again, notice the toe point on the full twist. It's just pretty. I don't know any other word to describe it. But she has a beautiful, the hands are positioned nice, and she has a beautiful toe point.
I think for both she and Cheney New and any gymnast who comes off a fall on the beam, you really want to close out strong here on the floor. And on that note, right?
Yes, and you know, that's what's so wonderful about ending on the floor, because it is an event where obviously you've got lots of strengths, but you also have fun, enjoy yourself on that floor routine.
Emma scored a 9.125 to Sheena Biaku Osseo, the 4th Rebels gymnast.
Wow. She was a powerful vaulter. She's an even more powerful tumbler. She opens up with a handspring full twist into a layout front flip. And again, the height she gets on those split jumps. Nice. Round off back handspring into 1.5. I always think it's impressive when a gymnast can tumble as high as they're tall, and she goes beyond how tall she is. Third tumbling pass. Round up 2 big handsprings, full twist. Again, the height's just awesome. Really nice routine for her. She is a powerful gymnast. She was powerful on the vault, and she's very powerful on the floor. That full twisting punch front, or full twisting front. Here's her 1.5 twisting. We saw some of the girls open with that. That was her second pass. 2 back handsprings into the full twist. She comes out of that full twist almost standing straight up. Really strong tumbler. Fun to watch.
Cheney New will be up next. We mentioned early on that she's a state all-around champion, 2-time defending state all-around champion. It's a competition from last year's state meet where she finished second on both the vault and the bars, but she was the winner in both the all-around and the floor exercise. Really great floor routine at Maturi Pavilion. That led her to her second straight Class AA all-around championship.
Pretty impressive for a 9th grader.
Deshina, a nice score, Deborah, 9.325 for her. And now Cheney New has gotten as high as 9.75 this year on the floor.
Opens up with a double back. You're not going to see that often in the high school, and it was just gorgeous. Her opening jump sequence too, same thing. Getting ready for the second pass. If you can see the height that she has on all of those flips and twists and jumps that she just did, you know, as I said earlier on, I didn't mean to call her a little girl. She's a young woman, but she's a shorter, smaller gymnast and tumbles like she's about 6'5". Beautiful.
Been working with Ben Tolber at Revolution Gymnastics to get even better. Always something you can work on, even for the elite gymnasts.
Absolutely.
That was a great pass there.
She ends with what a lot of girls open with. That's a 1.5 twisting layout into a punch front. Incredibly impressive floor routine. That was beautiful. Here you'll see she opens up with a double back. This is the kind of stuff you see in college. Not that often, but here, this one, watch the height. Layout front, punch front half twist, straddle jump into another punch front, and here's that final pass, round up back handspring, 1.5 twist right into that pike front flip. Definitely has difficulty and has enough difficulty to take that to state and put her mark on it. Stamp, good.
Holds the school career record in this event with a 9.8. And she's got a chance to be a state champion this event again with a routine like that.
Yes, she does. I think what's really fun when watching Cheney too, she's just calm. She's calm on every event. She's calm on the vault. She's calm on the bars. Even when she fell on the bounce when she got back up, she's calm on that, and then she goes out onto the floor and does a routine like that. It's a very seasoned gymnast. Nice job.
Holding on here for the score. A 9.625 for Cheney New.
It's really cute because the Champlin girls are showing the score, and before they swing it around to show us, they show the team first, which I totally get and would do, but it's pretty fun.
The Rebel fans who have come out, and they got to get out of the house. They've been in the house for a long day. Yes. Come out when it's only -7 and snowing out to be here, and it's a great crowd on hand here tonight. So Cheney's routine completes Champlin Park's competition tonight. We'll take a break. We'll have our final rotation. Maple Grove up on the floor. More gymnastics from Maple Grove High School after this timeout.
I try to keep up with what these young people is doing and knowing.
I was at work and I just got a text from a number that I didn't know.
I sent him a text. He texts me back and say, "Who dis?" And I just thought that was the funniest thing.
The next few weeks, you just made fun of me, like would answer the door and say, "Who dis?"
Who dis?
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
There's the Rebels floor exercise score, 37.15. And now Maple Grove will finish up our competition tonight on the floor. Grace Dukeson up first. 6th year on the varsity for Maple Grove, competing in beam and floor tonight.
Nice 1.5 twisting jump to open up. Beautiful handspring front layout with a full twist. That's a really fun choreography. I think her teammates are liking it too. They're on the side, following along. Round off full twist, split jump. As on the balance beam, they show a change of direction and do some work on the floor. A lot of gymnasts will do that before their third and final tumbling gas. Take a little bit of a breather. Nice handspring front layout. Pretty music for a very pretty floor routine.
Grace Dukeson starting out for Maple Grove. We'll look at part of her routine again.
Here's that opening sequence. It is a front handspring layout with a full twist. Second pass, round off full twist right into a split jump. The third pass is a front handspring layout front. The gymnast, most of the gymnasts tumble 2 passes backwards, 1 pass forward, but you have girls that are better forward tumblers than backward tumblers, so she did 2 forward and 1 backward.
Alex Siselke will be up next, our only time seeing her tonight. Now, her twin sister Kate tore her ACL and meniscus, had surgery last week, so she is out for the year. So Alex carrying on the family name tonight, but that was a big loss. With Kate out, Alex has been very strong on the floor, and we'll see her routine here. Great Dukeson opened with an 8.80.
Nice opening score here, and again, just so far, a really pretty choreographed routine. Excellent, opens with a double twisting full. Two full twisting. She does a wolf jump into a tech jump. Switch leap, full twisting wolf jump. Getting ready for her second tumbling pass in the corner. Punch front, nice job. And round up back handspring, full twist, solid on that landing. Again, the music is what's so fun. It's so high energy, yet it kind of has, a real snappy little beat to it. And the routines are just really choreographed to the music and to the personality of the girls.
We saw it again in that routine. We see it a lot on the floor exercise. It's always fun to watch the their teammates on the side encouraging her, doing part of the routine with her, and you can see them there.
It is. And that has become a huge thing in the collegiate gymnastics. Well, she ends here with a full twist. The height is amazing, but what was so impressive about that was the landing. You have got teams like Florida and UCLA where the crowd is doing the choreograph part of the routine.
Now, when you were in high school, would you have told your teammates, knock it off, I'm trying to concentrate here? Or would you have liked that?
Okay, I would have really liked it, but as we had talked last week, back in the day, and I'm doing air quotes, back in the day, you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
In gymnastics, it was not like this.
Excuse me, Deb. Alex Suzuki also scored an 8.8, same as Grace Dukeson. Here is an on-guard.
For lack of a better word, this is a much funner environment. Beautiful round-up back handspring, 1.5 twist. Nice landing on that. Gorgeous twisting leap and jump series. Again, we're watching the girls right along with her. Excellent front handspring layout, front flip. Again, their jumps and leaps are above hip level and in a really good split. Round up 2 back handsprings, full twist to end on.
Well, she was a state meet competitor in this event last year. We'll see how this routine scores for Emma.
That was a nice, nice routine. Like I said, she opens with the 1.5 twist, very high. This one, you'll see the front handspring layout. She doesn't even step. It's just boom, done. And then finally ends with the full twist. Again, great height. And almost a solid landed on that. You are allowed to take that step back, but it just kind of puts a seal on it when you don't have to, and you can just hit that solid.
.175 for Emma on guard. And now it's Sasha Thompson. All-arounder who had the team's top scorer tonight on the vault. Just an 8th grader, 2nd year on the varsity.
Get some pretty jivey music that you can tell she enjoys. Look at that smile. That's when it makes it fun to be out there. You can tell she's loving every second of it. Showing us our first look tonight at a handstand double pirouette. She's one of those gymnasts like Cheney New that's smaller in height, but boy, can she do jumps and leaps and tumble. Nice 1.5 full twist. This is what I love. It becomes almost like a performance that she's out there doing. Beautiful. 2 back handsprings in a full twist. Love the back flip to her stomach. And ends in the same position that she starts with. I'm thinking she had a good time out there.
What a fun routine, too, right?
Absolutely. Beautiful handspring layout flip. Round up back handspring 1.5 twist. And again, for as she tumbles like Cheney, like she's, 6 foot something. Very nice routine for her.
Nadia Abbott will be our final competitor of the night.
Both these teams they're young. There's not very many seniors, so this rivalry and competition is going to be on for years to come.
Great score for Sasha Thompson, 9.375. Now, Nadia Abbott.
Again, some strong music.
Has scored as high as 9.65. That was in last week's meet for the Crimson.
Opens up their round-up back handspring, 1.5 twist immediately into the punch front. Twisting split jumps there. Slowing things down a tiny bit as she gets in the corner, ready for the next tumbling pass. Handspring, full twist right into a stake jump. Beautiful toe point on the handstand. And finally, round up back handspring, 1.5 twist. Nice routine. All of her tumbling elements or tumbling passes had difficulty in them. Like I said, she ends with a pass that a lot of gymnasts will open with. Here's that first one. She does round off 1.5 into that punch front. We're gonna go handspring layout, or excuse me, full twist right into a stake jump. And finally, round up back handspring, 1.5 twist, and she just kind of floats down there. Love that round off to her knee. Shows lots of originality and just a nice way for Maple Grove to end. Strong performances on the floor for them.
Well, good scores. I think Champlin Park will actually probably win this event, but not by enough to win the meet.
Right.
Remember, they were behind by 1.45 points coming in to the floor. And although they scored a 37.15, Maple Grove's going to be pretty close to that score as well. And a great score for Nadia Abbott, 9.60 to finish up tonight's meet. So we will tally up our scores. Great job for Nadia and the Crimson. Come back and give you those scores. Wrap up our coverage of tonight's Northwest Suburban Conference meet from Maple Grove High School after this timeout.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, there's the score for Maple Grove on floor exercise, 36.95. Just 0.2 of a point less than what Champlin Park had scored, but Maple Grove did enough in those first 3 rotations. They win tonight, 145.4 to 144.0 for Champlin Park. Each team with a conference meet left next week, but this was kind of the de facto conference championship meet, and so it certainly looks like Champlin Park, or excuse me, Maple Grove will be conference champions tonight 4 solid rotations. Really, Champlin Park, 4 solid rotations. A couple of falls on the beam, which maybe still wouldn't have given them the championship tonight or the win in this meet. Would have made it a little closer, certainly.
Well, you know, we kind of had said at the beginning, Maple Grove probably just has a little bit more depth in that 1 and 2 gymnasts going up. And, you know, Champlin Park with their last couple gymnasts, including Cheney, are very strong. But I think Maple Grove just has 5 solid gymnasts on each event that they can throw out in this meet.
Janie New does win the all-around tonight. Her score 37.825, half a point ahead of Nadia Abed, who's second in the all-around, 37.325. Again, these teams will see each other in less than 48 hours. They'll be over at Breck in Golden Valley with a strong field at the Breck Luau Invitational, and then they'll compete in the Section 5AA meet. Among the teams competing in the Section 5AA meet, February 14th, 5:30 p.m. at Irondale High School, and that will be great competition. Some other terrific teams there and gymnasts throughout the area that'll compete for spots at state, both the team and the individual.
You know, and this is the type of meet that I think the coaches and the girls are just glad to be done with, just with the week that they've had in our polar vortex, as we've all talked about, but not being able to practice in the gym at all during the week, come out here, have a meet. I think they should all be commended for the efforts that were put forth. I think both teams wish that they could have scored a little bit higher than what they were tonight, but great job all around.
That will do it for our coverage tonight of tonight's meet. A reminder of some big meets coming up in the area. That's Section 5AA meet, which involves a lot of our schools in the area. 2 weeks from tonight, on this Thursday, February 14th at Irondale, and then the state meet the Friday and Saturday following down at the Maturi Pavilion at the University of Minnesota. I guarantee you'll see some of the girls here tonight at that state meet as well. That will do it for our coverage. For Debbie Rasmussen and all of our great crew, I'm John Jacobson. Congratulations to Maple Grove. They win it tonight over Champlin Park.